My name is Scott Worthington. I am the student ministry pastor here at Hope Baptist Church. We are 3 days away from Motion Summer Camp 11, and we are so stoked. We're getting ready. We're getting excited. Sorry this video is going up so late. It's been a really long day here at the office. It is now, I think, 9 something, and we are filming this video for you parents. So this video is for parents who can't come to the parent meeting on Saturday and need some information. And so what you'll find on this blog is you'll find a sheet that looks like this, and basically it's front and back. It's a PDF. It should be right underneath this video, and what it is it's all the info I'm going to go over in just a minute. So on the front page you'll see where it says why motion. I'm not going to read that. You can take a look at that. That basically explains why we decided to call this summer's camp Motion Summer Camp 11. Every year we have a different title with a different theme and a different focus. So that explains why it's called Motion. The first thing I want to tackle that is kind of new this year is the cell phone policy. Especially with you know, the cool gadgets like iPhones and stuff now. We have a lot of students who like to play on their phones a lot, so we're kind of putting a new policy in place this year. Cell phones are allowed. We're not saying don't bring them, but we are telling students that they can only use them at night to call mom and dad, or you know, if they want to call mom and dad during the day, that's fine. But we're not allowing students to be hanging out all day texting or watching Netflix or doing whatever else they might do on their phones, or we will take them away. So and if that happens, we will let you know that we've taken it away. We don't want you to be calling and not getting a hold of your students, so we'll let you know. But that is kind of new this year, just because we had a problem with that last year. On the other side of that sheet, you'll see the special clothing required. Every year we have special clothing nights, and they're the exact same this year as they were last year. So June 20th you'll see is tie night, June 21st is mad plaid, June 22nd is neon night, and June 23rd is crazy hair night. Basically, we just encourage you, your student, to get really decked out and bring a bunch of ties, bring some plaid, maybe bring some stuff, or maybe go buy some cheap stuff at a secondhand store that you can find that's neon. Do your hair crazy on that Thursday night, the 23rd, and basically it's just a way for us all to come to the main session decked out, ready to have fun, and all kind of looking goofy and kind of getting into something that we do each night. So that's that there for you. The schedule is pretty straightforward. Again, just to save time for you, and I don't want to take too much of your time, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. The schedule is pretty self-explanatory that you'll see there. The most important thing is Monday. Monday is dramatically different than it was last year and the previous years, because we are leaving Silverado at 5:30 in the morning. Now, we don't want to leave any kids behind, so it's very important that you understand check-in starts at Silverado High School at 4:30 a.m. Very early. All of myself and the leaders are going to be there between 3:30 and 4, so I'm not sure how much sleep we'll be getting that night, but Monday, June 20th, which is 3 days from today, check-in begins at Silverado at 4:30. Please be on time. Please do not be there any later than 5-ish so that we can get your student checked in and on the bus. We don't want to leave any student behind. We don't want any student to be sleeping in. And then you'll see we arrive at the camp. This year we're not stopping for lunch like we have in previous years. We're just going straight from Silverado to the camp. We get there around 10 a.m. We have a full day Monday. And Tuesday through Thursday, it's all the same. It's all written out there for you. Great stuff planned. We got recreation planned. We got worship services planned. Very excited about the plan that we put together for each day of camp. Students are going to be really excited about what we got going on as far as recreation, really excited about the band we're bringing and the speaker. Just a great overall experience for students on those days. And then Friday morning, we wake up, we have kind of a time alone with God, we have a morning session, and then we take lunch to go. That we're going to give them some sack lunches, and then they will be arriving, hopefully, depending on traffic, at Silverado at 4:30 p.m. on Friday, June 24th. One more thing I forgot to add on Monday, June 20th. We are going to be providing students with a light breakfast. We're going to be going through, after all the buses are loaded, we're going to be going through each bus and handing out a light breakfast, probably like muffins and fruit and stuff like that. But if you want to swing by Del Taco, they're open 24 hours a day, or Jack in the Box or whatever, and maybe pick your student up, you know, some food for breakfast. Because once we hand out some snacks in the morning, we won't eat again until noon at camp. So Monday, June 20th, we will be providing a light breakfast Like I said, muffins and fruit probably is what it'll be in like a juice box. On the other side here, you'll see with the big Motion Summer Camp 11 logo on the other side. This just says what you need to know before we leave. Payments, before we get on the bus, here's all the things we need. We need the payment, which is $2.99, or if you're doing scholarships, you know who you are, and we've probably been talking to you and walking through that process with you. Paintball, if your student wants to play paintball, make sure they have $10 extra that they bring to camp. They will pay that at camp, so make sure they don't spend all their money the first day and then they go to play paintball the next day and they don't have any cash. So they pay the camp $10 to play paintball at camp. Same with ropes course, it's $5 and they can pay that at camp. So if your student wants to do both, make sure they keep aside $15 to go ahead and do that. Paperwork that we need, every student needs a notarized Hope Baptist Church release form. And if your student has attended anything we've done as far as events like exposure, or we did an all-nighter, your student, any event your student has done in 2011, they should have a notarized form on file. So, but we'll double check with you on that. We're going to make calls tomorrow. We're going to call everybody on the camp list to see what still needs to be filled out by parents. Paperwork, every student also needs a Thousand Pines consent form, so we need a Hope consent form and a Thousand Pines consent form. So those are the two most important things every student needs before we get on the bus. Medicine process, there will be a medicine table set up at Silverado High School. There'll be a table that has a big sign that says medicine, and if your student takes medicine daily or twice a day or maybe once a week or whatever, you will go to that table and check that medicine in with our leaders, and you will write out the specific instructions for that student, and then we will administer the medication throughout the week as you give us instructions. So very simple process we've had the last few years, so that's a very easy and simple process to get your student their proper medicine. Frequently asked questions, what about emergencies? If there's ever a point in time where you need your student immediately, you can call the camp, and the camp information is right underneath. What's the camp information? You can call the camp, and you can immediately ask for Scott, which is me, and they will have a walkie-talkie on at all times, and they will tell me who you need, and I will go get that student, and then they will be in contact with you within minutes. So know that we know that stuff may come up that you need your student immediately, and we will meet that need. That right there, you see the camp information. It's got all the stuff. You can go on the website, thousandpines.com, and just check out their information. Maybe look around the website, see where your students will be spending the week, especially if this is their first time coming to camp with us. What to bring and what not to bring list. This is very important. As you see on the left side, what to bring list. Tennis shoes for rec, very important. We're going to do a lot of sports type stuff, active stuff. Need some tennis shoes. Personal hygiene items, please. Towels and washcloths for showers, very important. They don't provide that, so your student needs some towels and some washcloths. As far as sleeping, they have a bed provided, but we do need a sleeping bag. Or if you want to bring like the whole set, the sheets, the pillow, all that, you can bring that as well. Spending money. There's a malt shop up there. There is a coffee shop. There's some items they can buy like at a shop where it's like, shirts. We have some camp t-shirts available that say Motion Summer Camp 11 on them. So we say about $25 to $35 is sufficient, not including whatever you would give them for the paintball and ropes course if they want to do that. So $25 to $35 is sufficient for a few malts, maybe a camp t-shirt, and so that should work as well. There is a pool there, and obviously we don't want the same towel being used for showers as the pool because that's kind of productive. So towel for pool. A light sweatshirt. It tends to get pretty chilly up there at night, so throw a light sweatshirt in their bag so that they're not freezing when we're doing stuff at night. 2 sets of clothes for 5 days. That's how long camp is. Usually the night, there's kind of people wear like recreation clothes that they don't mind sweating in and kind of getting dirty in. And then the night sessions, people dress up a little more. They take a shower. It's kind of like a more, they want to be clean for the main session because main session every night is kind of the big deal every night. So 2 sets of clothes for 5 days. Bible and pen, this is very important. Every day we're going to be spending time with God. Every day we're going to be looking at His Word. So very important that your student brings their Bible. Sunscreen, it is summer, and even though it is Southern California, it's still going to get up to in the 90s. So definitely bring some sunscreen. Backpack, very important. We give every student a a camp notebook when they get to camp, so it's very important for your student to have a backpack to carry their Bible and their notebook and whatever else they might want to carry around, and maybe like a water bottle or something. And so that's very important. Cameras optional at your own risk. We don't really recommend you bringing really, really expensive cameras, just in case they misplace it or they drop it or whatever. And also a flashlight's optional because we are up in the woods and sometimes people like to use their flashlights. What not to bring: computers, magazines, more than one bag of luggage. Basically, this means, you know, if especially girls have like a bag of luggage that's all their clothes, and then they have like a little makeup bag, that's fine. But we're not wanting people to show up with like 5 or 6 bags for 5 days. So you know, space is limited on the buses. Illegal substances, that goes without saying. And then what not to bring: inappropriate clothing. That's very important. Please look at what this means for girls, what this means for guys. Please look at that. We don't want to have to be telling any student, you know, to go put change or go put on more clothes or whatever. So make sure you look at that list and make sure that your students' clothes meet that criteria. That is the critical information I wanted to share with you as parents of students coming to Motion Summer Camp 11. I know that was a lot. It was quick. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to call us at the Student Ministry Office here at Hope. It's 896-5924. Ask for Scott. I'll try to do my best to get back to your call ASAP and answer your questions. But we're excited. Don't forget, we're leaving early Monday morning. Please don't be late. 4:30 registration starts. And we are looking forward to a great week of camp. We are looking forward to seeing God do cool things, awesome, life-changing things inside of students. So like I said, if you have any questions, give me a call, and I hope you are as excited as we are about your student experiencing God and experiencing a great time at Motion Summer Camp 11.